Well, this was truly a team victory. I thought we went through a series of circumstances throughout that game, in all three phases, offensively, defensively, and special teams. But kids just were resilient tonight in terms of just not falling apart, continuing to fight and stay together. And as a result, we got truly a team victory. I couldn't be more proud of those young men, the way they carried themselves and put themselves in position to pursue victory tonight.
Larry, when you envisioned this, I'm sure you did sometime during the week, what this first game at home was going to be like, did it turn out any better than a victory here in your first game at home?
Well, bottom line is we wanted to win. And, I talked all week about the attitude of our team, the effort of our team. Our locker room was strong, behind the two previous performances that we had. So it said a lot about them in terms of them really and truly wanting to be a team and fight until we get it right. And so that's what my focus is. Every single morning I get up, it's all about improving this football team. I know there's a lot of things that surround each and every week, but the focus is to put this football team in a position to win games.
Turned over the ball. You forced turnovers. You ran the ball. Is this what a Larry Porter team is supposed to look like?
Well, I would have liked to. In the second half, we got 5 straight drives where they kind of pinned us back, and I would have liked to been able to turn the field over a lot sooner than what we did. I could have breathed a lot easier going down the stretch there, but in terms of the physicality, the grit, the grind, the staying together, the fighting, yes.
Very opportunistic, all 4 turnovers led to all your points. Sticking tonight, like you guys did.
Well, that defense played extremely well out there tonight, and I couldn't be proud of them. No matter what the circumstances were, no matter what adversity they were facing, they stuck together. We had some young kids. Corey made a big sack in the second half. Todd Washington had 2 turnovers. Again, they played together as a unit as well as a team, and I just couldn't be proud.
Coach, you had your first lead of the season going into the half. What did you say to your team?
Well, I told them it wasn't about the scoreboard. It was about what was in their heart. And we was talking about, early in the day about confirmation with this victory and allowing us to put ourselves in position to be a challenge to them to where they have to respond. Also be adversity to them to where they have to overcome it. But more importantly, to play together as a team. And that's kind of how it all went down at halftime. And they understood that it wasn't about 30 minutes. It was about still continuing to play as a team.
Was D.A. Griffith's hit? Can you just talk about that a little bit? Did it symbolize what you'd like to see out of your team?
It is. That was a big hit, but there was a lot of big plays throughout that game that you can point to that really inspired not only our defense but this team. But that's what you want from your seniors.
Larry said some scary moments there toward the end. You always were back at the goal line, but you guys were able to just keep you out of trouble.
Our defense, man, we couldn't run the ball, and they were stuffing us, and we were punting, and Tom caught rhythm, but our defense, man, oh man, I mean they just kept fighting, they kept making plays, and again that's what team is all about, and the most important thing is there are a lot of things that we can point at in this game that we can improve on, and that's where our focus would be.
Did you see the Gatorade coming?
No, I did not.
How'd it feel?
Well, it felt great. Anytime that you can breathe, regardless of what's coming with it, you have a great appreciation for it.
I think you look at the tape with Ray Ryan with your first impressions of playing the entire game and have to lead his team out of trouble and all.
Well, just what I thought. He played like a freshman. He made some plays. He made some mistakes. He has to continue to pursue the classroom and put himself in position to improve upon this performance like he's done throughout the year.
But on the sidelines, talking to you guys,
He was Ryan. Never seen rattled. He took coaching throughout the game. He was seeing things out there. There's a couple of situations where we could have helped him overcome some things that we saw within that game.
You talk about Greg Ray's play.
Greg played well tonight. He did, basically throughout the game. I would like to have seen one of those backs put us in position to secure a first down on the back half of the fourth quarter when we were backed up. But he played well. He played inspired. He was a captain tonight, and I thought he stepped up and really represented this team as a leader in terms of his play.
How's your first game here as a coach compared to your first game as a player?
Well, both of them were victories. But to me, it's more gratifying as a coach because you got a locker room full of young men, you got a university, you got a city that's, really and truly wants to have a successful football program. And so this was a lot more gratifying for me because I thought there was more at stake in terms of what was on my shoulders.
So can you talk about this, your range of emotions from the Tiger Walk for the first time, 27,000 people, so many in the game being loud and all the way to the theater?
The Tiger Walk was special, and I think it has so much potential to grow to one of the best tailgating atmosphere in the country. And I think it will continue to grow as we continue to have some success. But that was special within itself. Once I got to the locker room, I normally just kind of go out and walk the field and just kind of get a feel for that. And I was at peace once I stepped out on the field and kind of found my lay of the land. And then went back, talked to the team. Also had some of our honorary captains talk to them. The way they came out and played, we had some opportunities to put some points on the board. We did that at halftime. Again, it was about not watching the scoreboard. It was about playing with your heart and soul and being accountable to that guy next to you and putting us in position to fight and pursue victory. And the fourth quarter was a big test for this team. But I thought when it's all said and done, when you look back at this fourth quarter and you can show this team how we overcame adversity ourselves, how we kept fighting until we got it right, how different guys stepped up and made plays. That's what football is all about. And then to get that first down and be able to get into the best formation in college football, which is victory, was a great thrill.
Did you feel the confidence from your team as the game progressed?
I just saw the look in their eyes. This team never appeared shaken. And that's a great compliment to them. Our offense kept talking and trying to, support and encourage each other. The defense was just filled with passion and energy. And so that was refreshing for me, just to see them grow through adversity. That was critical. I mean, that's what you got to have. And this is what you point back to and you tell them. It's going to be days like this, but we don't always have to be in this situation. We prefer not to. But, again, it was a total team effort.
Coach, could you have scripted the ending better when Winston got that big tackle for loss and then you realized, okay, finally we're in control, but it seemed like it might be slipping away?
Yeah, we could have scored more in the first half or the second half. And winning going away, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Last week you talked about the improvement we saw in week 2 at the East Carolina game, and there was some. Now talk about the improvement from that East Carolina game to this game and what you saw tonight and how close this game really is to clicking on all cylinders.
I can't reiterate how much we played together as a team tonight, and that's the big deal. We can grow from there. Obviously, there are a lot of mistakes that we can go point at and improve. We got to be able to run the ball in the situations that we were in the latter part of the fourth quarter. We turned a couple guys loose on defense that led to scores, which we got to get corrected. So there's a lot of things that we can point at to put ourselves in position to improve. And we had some injuries out there tonight that I'm concerned about as well.
It says an awful lot about how things are going in practice from one game to another. When they're getting better, when they're improving, they're obviously taking to heart what you guys are instilling in them.
Well, it says a lot about them as well, and I want to compliment them because in order for us to put ourselves in position to win games and pursue championships, we have to play together as a complete team. and we also got to eliminate some of those mistakes that we made tonight. But I just want to allow myself to get away from the team effort tonight. And I understand our mistakes, and some other things that happened throughout that game. But in order to build off of this, we got to continue to preach team effort, energy, passion, and believing as well.